What's up everyone? I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review the finale episode of Akashic Records. And with this finale episode, well, I'm a little mixed about it because I am a little disappointed because it was incredibly rushed, as was, you know, a good portion of this series, at least from my end. I am an anime only, have not read the original source material. People who have read the original source material saying that this is a terrible adaptation, so very sorry to hear that. But on my end, you know, certain episodes you can tell were like, whoa, okay, this is rushed. Like, you don't have to read the original source material to tell that something is rushed. For those of you who have seen the finale episode of season 5 of Samurai Jack, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say that Akashic Records is bad, but it wasn't what I expected it to be. Like, personally, I think that things should have slowed down and that the finale episode should have been, you know, the ending of the Riel arc. The Riel arc, to me personally, seemed like the most rushed arcs out of all the other arcs and episodes of Akashic Records. So I think that the studio should have taken its time to adapt the arcs properly. Sure, not, you know, panel by panel if this was being adapted by a manga or something like that, or, you know, page by page if this was a light novel. I don't need that. However, I do have a few questions which I have been asking throughout the series, and also tension that was meant to be built up wasn't really built up at all and kind of just came at us. For example, Leos, freaking the Angel's Dust, Sarah Silvers, and the villain in this episode, I think his name is Jatis. Yeah, there was a lot of things that kind of just came at us, and I'm just like, bruh, I need my space. You can take that as an innuendo or not, I don't really care. But basically, what happened in this episode of Akashic Records? Well, the first 5 minutes were definitely so incredibly packed with stuff. We had already the Leos proposing to Sistine having to accept because, you know, blackmail and stuff. Rumia goes over to Glenn because Glenn hasn't been showing up. And then we have the wedding ceremony, and then we have the cliche, stop, I object to this wedding ceremony, picks up the bride and goes, you know, that all happens in 5 minutes. Really fast, okay? And this scene here didn't really make too much sense to me. When Sistine saw Glenn go into like his assassin fighter mode, like, she has seen Glenn do this numerous of times. She's even seen him kill a man or two right in front of her. So I don't know why Sistine suddenly got all scared again. She should have been over this, okay? And she was over this back over in episode 2 or 3. So this was very shocking to me. It really did not make sense whatsoever. And so, you know, she left and then came back, got powered up and stuff like that, was going to help Glenn Sensei. The Angel's Dust thing again, it basically turned people into zombies. The Angel's Dust drug in general wasn't explained very well in the previous episode. So a few people explained it to me in the comments, but basically how we saw it being shown to us, the people who had the Angel's Dust were pretty much zombies, and the real Leos was dead. So yeah. And then we have Jatis, who is the final villain. I'm assuming he's working with Eleanor, not too sure about that, but he wants to get the Akashic Records because it's the key to ruling the world or something like that. Reconstructing the world, whatever. So before he gets the power of the Akashic Records, before he can obtain them, he has to prove himself worthy of said power, and he believes that he will be proven worthy if he kills Glenn. I don't understand the relationship really. It was not presented very well. Again, all very rushed and stuff. So I am disappointed in how this finale was adapted, but, you know, I did still have fun. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say this is an absolute atrocious, terrible finale. I just wish, you know, it was slowed down a bit. Like I said, I think the series should have ended on the Riel arc. Overall, I did really enjoy Akashic Records. The first episode really gave me a migraine. I really hated that first episode. But then it showed us what it could really do, and it turned out to be a really entertaining anime. I don't hate this anime at all. I don't even dislike it. Don't think it's below average. It was just, you know, fun. And that's all you can ask for. Heck, even if an anime is bad, like heck, Edo Manga Sensei, as long as you get some, you know, enjoyment out of it, that's all that really matters. Because in the end, this is an anime. It's meant to entertain us. And it fulfilled its job there. So let me know your thoughts on this finale episode and Akashic Records as a whole. And what would you rate Akashic Records? Me, I would have to rate it a, like I said, it's entertaining. So probably 6.5 out of 10. All right, because normally I would give like 6s and 5s, like, you know, an average rating. That would be average for me personally. But I gotta give it a 6.5 because it was fun. Soundtrack is awesome. Animation art style is pretty spot on as well. But you know, it just should have slowed down, honestly. Normally series like this usually get confirmed for a second season. It's very rare when they don't. Looking at you, Rokudenashi no Calvary. We'll catch me later as I review Grimoire of Zero and Suka Suka. I'm your female otaku. Sign